Check it out. It's been a week. The beard's back. Like, already. It's crazy. But I got you guys something. It's a Christmas special. I know some of you guys are going to like that. Some of you guys are more like me, like Halloween. And, totally down with that. But this one is just I just kept coming up with more stupid memories of Christmas. And I'm like, even people like me going to appreciate these. Now, this is true. It's not just a simple setup for the joke. Is that one year I had 4 different relatives get me the exact same fleece sweater for Christmas. That incident I referred to as my fleece Navidad. Hey, I told you I started comedy early. Don't be surprised if, amongst the clean humor, I had a bunch of dad jokes as a kid. I mean, my dad wasn't funny enough to come up with them, so I had to do something. Now, if there is one Christmas tradition that I hold on to dearly and don't mind participating in regularly, it's grabbing a nice big sheet, throwing it over my brother, and wrapping him up tight. Now, you may think, that he's a present, but I like to think that I am Krampus. If there is one Christmas decoration that I'll allow you to put up on Halloween without refute, it's Krampus, especially if it's the big animatronic one, holding a little kid flailing around. Oh my God, that is on my wish list. Seriously, someone has to get me that. That is so cool. I remember back when I used to believe in Santa when I was really little. One year before sitting on Santa's lap, I had gone through Spencer's Gifts. Because, I've always liked Spencer's, then and now. It was a very colorful place. And, now I get a lot more of the jokes and stuff that I didn't get before. Well, anyway, back then, before sitting on Santa's lap, I saw some stuff that I probably shouldn't have seen. But I lacked context for it. But I just thought, wow, that looks cool. So I tried to ask Santa for it. He's like, well, what is it? I'm like, I don't know what it's called, but and start describing it. And he's like, goes from cheery, ho, 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 to, what? And he looks up at my parents with a look of shock and fear, like, what? Naturally, this raised some red flags with my parents. They're like, what did you ask him for? And I'm like, I'm not telling you. Santa will take care of it. He always does. But anyway, around Christmas time, a lot of the time I like to just think back to that moment. And I like to imagine that man is somewhere in a bar as someone says to him, like, hey, you can earn some extra money doing, some Santa stuff over at the mall. And he just looks up with this distant look in his eyes. I've heard things I can't unhear. I've had the devil in my ear. Now, my dad, he likes to get on people's nerves, likes to get that negative attention. And he'd do stuff like, whenever I had presents, he'd be shaking them up. And he'd be like, oh, I wonder what it is. I hope I don't break it. Especially if it was Legos. Like, oh, it sounds like I broke it. Hope you like puzzles. This year, I wasn't playing his game. As soon as he starts shaking it, I ran and I jumped behind the couch. And he's like, what are you doing back there? Nothing. Yeah, but why'd you go behind the couch? No reason. Come on, out with it. I may have asked Santa for nitroglycerin. Why would you ask for that? Because I knew you were going to shake it. What I didn't realize then, which makes it so much funnier now, is that in that moment, my dad was thinking back to the look of shock and horror that Santa gave him earlier that year, followed by when he asked, what'd you ask Santa for? Me going, oh, I'm not telling you. Santa will take care of it. He was genuinely convinced that I had planned this ahead, as opposed to just the little improv that I did in the moment to mess with him. I thought I was going to mess with him, but he had anticipated it and set an intricate trap weeks ahead of time. What kind of evil genius am I raising here? Little did he know this was just the beginning. There were still many evil genius Christmas moments yet to be had. And if you want to hear them, go ahead and push that subscribe button, because part 2 of this Christmas special comes out next weekend. I'll see you then. I'm Maverick O'Sullivan. You have a good one.